A place for the powerless to whine about the white man. But they invited Wakanda to the big boys' table because everyone wanted a crack at their resources. Untouched petroleum deposits, medical cures unknown in the Western world, and vibranium, the rarest, most valuable mineral on Earth.
Your Majesty, we'll pay whatever price you set for your goods.
They are not for sale. Until the spiritual advancement of the West catches up to their technological prowess, it would be irresponsible to share our scientific discoveries with you.
Are you calling everyone here irresponsible children?
No. More like sullen teenagers who feel more mature than their behavior warrants. The fact that every conversation here is framed in terms of profit and power says it all. You could have made half these breakthroughs yourself. But there's too much money to be made in misery. Why cure a disease when people pay for medicine? Why provide cheap energy?
Yeah, we get the point, T'Chaka. I've never met a socialist with a crown on his head before, but I guess there is a first time for everything.
Who gave you permission to use my first name?
I am sorry. I did not mean to offend.
I understand your frustration in dealing with a black man who can't be bought with a truck full of guns, a plane full of blondes, and a Swiss bank account. But please, hold on to what little class you have.
Your Majesty, I truly apologize.
This meeting is over.
Once it was clear there was no deal to be made, my job kicked in. This was not an easy gig. A month before the conference, they shut the hotel down for security purposes. Laid off any employee that had worked there less than a year.
Why do we have to leave immediately, Father? You said we could go skiing.
Now, this is why we have to leave. The children grow more insolent with each breath of European air.
You got to speak truth to power sometimes. Well, if you want to know where that clip came from, it came from Marvel's Black Panther. That basically was like a brief story to the black superhero Black Panther, who was the prince, now the king of Wakanda. That was published by Marvel. But like the way he approached that, the way he approached that white dude who was trying to exploit him and exploit him and his countrymen and his country's resources. He completely put him in check. You see, white men fear black men like this. Even though this is a fictional setting, like brothers like this actually exist. Like he said, like he was like, what did he say? I'm aware that you're not used to dealing with a black man who cannot be bought with a truck full of guns, a plane full of blondes, and a Swiss bank account. See, like apparently he tried to buy him with worldly possessions, but like he already had worldly material possessions along with spirituality to go along with it. That right there goes to show you the type of manpower the black community needs. We need brothers like this in our neighborhood. Not the dope slangers and the gangbangers, but then brothers like this, like that was in that brief video, they are a threat to white people. Matter of fact, they're a threat to white America. And I know for a fact there's some people, brothers, even though that dude is supposed to be African, it's some brothers in Africa who are just like that would tear these white politicians a new asshole. But I just wanted to briefly point that out, like saying that we need brothers like this, even though there are brothers like this in our community. The difference is they haven't been given that platform, and some of them haven't had the resources to back up their manpower. But that's how it is. You got to speak truth to power.